Remember, not too long, boy.
Evening, Gooners. Welcome to the match reaction. It's Arsenal 3, Chelsea 2. Well, 1 foot in the final. We've made hard work of that in the end, but we won the game, took away a win back to the Emirates. If you're new around here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, get involved in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts were on the game. Gents, Wayne, I'll start off with you, mate, because you've been getting some pelters on X and you've had a few people been upsetting you this evening about that result. Go on, mate. What was your thoughts on the game?
No, good evening, boys. I ended up, the funny story is I ended up having a bit of a not a ding dong, but I just replied to someone. It turns out he wasn't an Arsenal fan. I said, are you a supporter? He was talking about Gyökeres' performance, who today, I just want to say again, I'm not saying it's a turn of corner. He's going to start banging them in, but that was much, much better. The goal, he's there because he puts the ball in the back of the net because he's there when a mistake happens. Subamendi makes the goal. Subamendi makes the goal, but he's seen a run. He's done that several times. And even though he had a poor game against Liverpool, if you remember rightly, he'd done that as well, where he flicked it round the corner. It didn't come to nothing. You know, look, good game. I think Subamendi, just brilliant, absolute world-class finish, you know. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Scoring against the... he's stat padding, mate, isn't he? He's stat padding against the small clubs. So, yeah, listen, you have to praise them.
You can always call it a flat track bully.
He's a flat track bully now. Big style. He's proved it tonight.
That's cricket terms.
He done okay tonight. He was sort of feeding off scraps,
mate.
He
done
the
all
first
right.
half. So he done all right.
Listen, I think what you've seen there as well at the end of that game, Tone, and I know you alluded to it, and obviously me and Dave corrected you a little bit. He was playing in the 10 as opposed to playing as a deeper left 8. Havertz is still going to be rusty, and I still think Jesus is again an impact player more so, but again he struggled. So it showed you that you've got Gyökeres there who still divides opinion, but he is still at this moment in time our only option as a flat out number 9 to be playing on a regular basis until them boys. I mean, I'd say more Havertz. Havertz needs to get up to speed because I think at times the game can pass Jesus by. He'll have a few good touches and then he'll lose sight of it. But listen, other than the poor performance, which I know you sound a poor defensive performance, sorry, because how we let that bleach-haired twat score 2 goals is beyond me. But we were poor, but you know, I think we could have had them for the taking. There were chances that we could have had 4 or 5 goals. We have to look on the bright side.
Wayne, the reason why we've conceded goals is because this back 5, this is the first time they've actually played together in a competitive match. Yeah, this combination of players, like they're all good, but at the same time, what you got to do, you breed combinations with players. You have to get you have to get partnerships. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Kepa's come in. Yeah, you got Gabriel and Saliba. They're our number 1 and number 2 choices, centre back. But then they're not played with Kepa very much. So they're a little bit doubting what he can do. So listen, when you get clean sheets, everything is like a well-oiled cog. All the clockwork, you know, it's like Swiss, you know. All the clockwork, all the cogs, they have to work in motion to
make. What the fuck are you going with that, mate?
to make it a well-oiled machine. This is what I'm talking
about. Right.
To
about
defend,
clocks and stuff. What's going?
No, to defend, you have to be organised as a whole team and work back, don't you?
Yeah, on that point, I'll see your point there. One thing that I did notice, Timber didn't look too comfortable at left back for me tonight. He had some good moments, and he's naturally a good footballer. He's a really good footballer, but he didn't look too comfortable there for me tonight. I think the quicker Calafiori comes back, the better, because there's a bit more balance when he's at left back and Timber at right back. Benny White had a good first half. The second half, Garnacho that first goal, he just let him run past him. He didn't even look
I
behind
think
him.
I think again that just comes down to rustiness with Benny. I mean, the thing is that you get
I,
with him is you know
I disagree,
obviously
Wayne. If you're a
he's attacked the
professional
goal.
footballer playing at right back, you open your body up and look what's behind you. I didn't even look until it was too late.
Yeah.
I disagree with both of you. So here we go. Right. So
Go on then.
I actually agree. I actually believe that Urian Timber is a better left back than he is right back. Straight up.
See, Charles
Straight
agrees
up.
with me. Ben White, presence and defence.
Yeah.
Ben White was okay. Ben White's better going forward than Timber is.
Exactly.
I would agree with that.
So
but defensively, no. But what, mate? We're 3-1 up. You should be able. You need to tighten it up. You can't be conceding goals. There was 2 sloppy goals there. I'm sorry. You don't agree with that? Do you think them 2 goals could have been prevented? That second goal, I think it was a free kick there. I think Kepa got absolutely squat in that corner. He got absolutely smashed through by that defender. I can't remember his name. Yeah, and that's normally a free kick, but
it's not because it's Arsenal tone, so it's not a free kick. Mate.
You've still got to defend it. He's kicked the ball into the ground. How the fuck has that gone in?
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's different aspects, but I know what you're saying, but I still think with Benny White is one of them players that you have to kind of take the rough with the smooth. Is he going to be as defensively sound as Timber at right back? No, but
he gets cooked on the one-on-one.
He gets cooked one-on-one. Timber doesn't get cooked one-on-one. You rarely cook Timber. Right back, left back, you rarely cook him.
How do you guys
Benny
think
White put that? Does Gyökeres score a goal today? Sorry, Tone. Does Gyökeres score a goal today if Benny White doesn't cross that ball?
No, it's a brilliant assist. I'm saying his first half.
I know
Sanchez
made a mistake. I know Sanchez made a mistake, but I'm just saying.
This is what I'm saying. Look, all I'm saying is that, look, if you're going to use your players, the players that you've got in your team, you've got to use in the right system and the right positions, right? Key, stage 1. All right, we all know that. Right, so if you look at it, the players we've got available right now, Timber is our best left back. He's our best left back. Miles Lewis-Skelly, no, he's not getting in there. Calafiori and then Cappy, they're both out. So really, we've got Ben White sitting on the bench. He's just coming back from injury.
Oh no, I don't disagree with the lineup tonight. I don't disagree with that back 4. When I see it, I was like, okay.
Look, I would play him against Nottingham Forest as well.
I would as well. I would play that if that back 3 was back 4. Sorry,
Ben White and Saka, they've got the combination from years ago, and they all link up on the right hand side, and we start getting them little triangles playing. All right, Odegaard plays them little lofty balls, what we don't like. But then Saka starts skipping inside people. You know, them little triangles did work. You know, so this is what I'm trying to say. Look, I would play. I think Ben White needs a little run in our team for a little while. I think Urian Timber could move over to left back. I think he's well capable of doing that. I think he'd probably be one of the best left backs in the league, straight up against Cucurella as well. Straight up. If you moved him over right now, and his stats would still stack up against these, you know. This is what I'm trying to say.
When Benny White, before he got injured, and he obviously has been out for a while, and he barely played last year. Timber was at left back before he'd done his ACL, and then obviously Timber comes back, and we lose Benny White. So then Timber's obviously at right back for the majority of the season. Listen, the thing is with Timber, that what you get with him, the attacking side is not always as sharp as a lot of the guys, but his defensive play, his ability to drop into midfield, he can play anywhere across that back line, mate. So if you have to for these until Nkapi and Calafiori are back, he will do a more than adequate job anywhere he plays. It might be slightly weaker in the centre back role, but I still think he can play anywhere along there, and that's the thing about him, you know. And I'm worried because I think we need him, but he needs to be rested at some point, you know.
Yeah, just acknowledge that comment about Real Madrid in the mud, mate. You're getting knocked out of the cup.
Charles, the problem with Real Madrid, mate, is it's run by Galacticos, and it's run by these people want superstar players to run the club, and they want a manager to say yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full. What's his name? Xabi Alonso, is a tactical manager, wanted to implement his style, and Vinicius Junior and then Mbappe are like, we don't want to do that. Immediately, you know, if you've got players like that, listen, you can have all the superstars in the world. If they're not going to listen to the manager, it's not going to happen. So let them be, and let's laugh at them personally, because this is their choice. They want all these players, these prima donnas that want to control it. It's funny to see, mate. Yeah. And long may it continue, because they're not going to change.
No. Yeah. You know, obviously back to our game. So 3-2, guys. Who for you was the standout player tonight?
Zubi.
I thought Zubi. Yeah, his goal was good as well, wasn't
it? Listen, the thing about Zubimendi is he's in the right place all the time. And what the manager as well did was he dropped Rice back a little bit further back, and he allowed Zubi to do what he had to do. I think if Declan Rice stays on a pitch, do you concede that goal? Maybe you don't. But listen, that's just the risk you take. You know, I know what you're saying, Tony, in terms of Havertz, but I think obviously he needs to get him into the team and up to scratch and playing football games as fast as possible. You know, but yeah, I think you've got to look at Zubimendi.
Oh, yeah.
I think Saliba.
I heard so. If
Thomas
Frank is on it.
Thomas Frank is a Gooner.
Oh, is that what they were singing?
Yeah. Thomas Frank is a Gooner.
Oh, absolutely. I say, I felt well picked up to you, Tony, and you, Charles, as well. I heard Tony. I weren't quite reading that, but yeah, thanks for clearing that up, boys. That's brilliant. Yeah. It's true though.
He was in a seminar 10 years ago with like Arsene Wenger and David Dean talking.
He's an Arsenal fan
taking notes. Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
Straight up. He's a secret.
No, but listen, he is. He's got an affinity for the football club. He's always before when he was at Brentford, he was always talking good stuff about us.
He's always got good stuff to say.
He's gone to Tottenham because again, you have to look at. I mean, Brentford have done quite well anyway, but he's took a job opportunity. But he's more than likely he's now a secret agent, isn't he?
Poison chalice.
But no, it is that thing. It's a tough one. I know for Spurs fans to accept.
The one thing. About tonight's game, the one thing that worried me when I spotted this tonight was now that Havertz is back to fitness, does Eze get a look in at all? Is even the thought process of Arteta? Because if he's played him in that number 10 role, naturally Eze would be Odegaard's replacement. Now Havertz is playing in that number 10 role. Is it going to be him and Odegaard in that position?
It's again. I think it was a risky play. Sorry, Dale. I'll let you answer. I want to get just what Tony's saying there, mate. I think he knows the system, whether he's 75% fit or not. I still think it's a learning process for Eze in terms of the way we play out possession. Same with Madueke not getting on. He doesn't trust them boys to come on against Chelsea and play the way he wants to play. While more likely he trusts Havertz. You know, Jesus has been around. He's been injured, but he knows the system. That's all I think it is, Tony. I don't know if you boys agree, but I think at the moment we have to accept. I think we have to accept that that's what he's going to do, mate. And I know what you're saying, Tone. I would have put Eze on, but again, I don't think now. As I said to you, if Eze's going to find anything, he's got to play on that left-hand side, Tone, because he's not going to get in the 10.
Yeah, my worry is you know, if Havertz coming on, does he get a look in? That's what was one of my thinking.
Yeah, but
I understand why he didn't come on today.
He's got to earn it, though. He hasn't.
Yeah, but you've got to play to earn, right?
He played against Portsmouth. What did he do against Portsmouth?
Yeah,
he was quiet. He was quiet, Tony, against Portsmouth. Sorry, boys. But yeah, as Dave said, you have to earn it, and I love the guy. You won't see anyone who loves Eze more than I've been wanting the guy for 2 years. I still believe he's got a vital thing to play, but I think he's got to find himself. He trusts Martinelli because Martinelli's going to come on and defend and run up and down. Eze is at your times a luxury player, Tone. So he has to pick and choose, and he has to be. Eze's got to learn that he can be a luxury player, but he's got to earn it and work hard while he's in an Arteta team. Otherwise, he won't make it.
I just don't think he's athletic enough to make it in our team because he's not. If you look at his running stats and he's up and down and in his heat map. He wants the ball a lot. He wants the ball off the left, cutting inside on the right, making things, putting crosses in, shooting, aiming for the back post, top hand corner. That's what he does. That's his game. Yeah. And also his game is what he's proven to everyone is he does it in big games as well. He's a big game player. The thing with Eze is that he's not consistent enough. He's not athletic enough. So he's not going to make it in our midfield. He's just not. He ain't going to make it.
I think, in all fairness to that, Dave, I don't think you can say someone's not consistent enough if you're not getting game time. Do you think that's? I think that's an unfair thing to say.
Yeah,
if he's not getting game time.
Tone, but listen, you're only going to get game time if the manager thinks that you're the right player for the right position. Look, we got Nawari, yeah. Now Nawari knows the Arsenal, yeah, he knows the Arsenal system better than what Eze does, yeah. And this guy still can't get a game either. Yeah, I'm not trying to compare the two, but what I'm trying to say to you is that in Arteta's thing, Nawari knows more about Arteta's tactics than what Eze does, but he's still not playing either one of them. So what it means to say is that to play in Arteta's number 10 position, you've got to be a defensive-minded player. You can't be a maverick. You can't be an attacking-minded player. You've got to look at the press. You've got to look at and trying to control teams, controlling the ball. You know, there's certain levels that you've got to go up here. And Eze, he ain't climbed them levels yet, so he don't deserve to start the team.
I don't disagree that he's not been good, but one thing that I do look at is when you watch. I'm listening to all the supporters on all the van cams on different channels, all that stuff, right? Havertz hasn't been great for us, right? Since we signed him, he's not been. Now everyone's going, "Oh, Havertz is back. He's our fucking savior." He's not. He's not been that great. He hasn't. So what I don't get is you've signed new players, right? You signed them for a reason. You signed them to improve the club. They're there to do a job, right? So why not give them the opportunity over people that have been there before? Why go back to old, right? Because it hasn't worked before. So all this. It has been winding me up a lot. Also, going on, Havertz is back. Gyökeres has scored tonight. Yeah, the guy didn't even celebrate. That goes to show how bad we've been acting towards him as supporters.
Do you know the terminology, don't you? For Arteta, you know the terminology. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right. So he's come second 3 years in a row. So in his mind, he only needs to make fine tweaks to this. To win it. So in his mind, this blueprint actually works. Yeah. Like with minor tweaks, he just needs to find little wormholes here, there, and little manhole covers, whatever. Yeah, and he can find how to win the Premier League. He's mostly got there. If you look at it, he's kind of got there with his tactics. So will he change it? No, he won't. He'll keep playing these tactics because he believes that this is the way he's going to win the league. He's a negative manager. He is a negative manager. He's a Mourinho. He's a Conte. Yeah, but these guys actually win trophies. So now, Arteta, if you're going to be a negative manager this year, win trophies, then you cement what you've had planned all the way through the process. Win some trophies, and then everyone can shut up.
No, everyone sort of, Havertz is back now. He can go in up front ahead of Gyökeres. I'm like, we signed a striker because Havertz didn't do a job up front, right? So I think that's what sort of frustrated me a little bit. It's like, no, we've signed a striker. And you know what? Actually, I'll give Arteta some credit. He could have easily dropped Gyökeres tonight and put Havertz up front or Jesus up front. He didn't. He stuck with his man. He got a goal. All right, look, he's still not great. He's still not, like tonight. He's worked. No one can question his work rate. He does put a lot of shift in. But it is the end product that we want, and he scored tonight. Fair enough. Let's see if he can carry on against Forest, right? Because it will struggle. I don't want to see this. Havertz needs to start now because he's back. No, we've gone and bought players because the squad last year didn't get us over the line. Let's not forget about that, boys.
Havertz ain't good enough. He ain't going to carry us to the title.
He's a good player, but he's not a title winning striker.
He's a substitute. A substitute. Let's get the facts straight, boys. Yeah, Havertz is not going to carry us to the title. It's already been proven. His injury record, his goal scoring record, and basically what money he's on, mate. He's just not. He ain't the guy. He ain't the guy.
Yeah. Let me just read these comments out, and also get Wayne can jump on this. As per the 2 goals from has a lot of credit in the bank in the eyes of Chelsea fans. Yeah, I agree with that. Overall, they'll be pushed away at the Emirates. So I fancy us at the Emirates to beat Chelsea, but don't forget they'll have their players back. Their key players will be back for that, and they'll be up for that. Because 3-2, Dave, it's still a cushion there, right? It only takes a goal. They've only got to come and go 1-0 up.
Mate, it's all over. It's all over.
I like that. In fact, welcome
it's
to the stream,
mate.
Jasper.
It's all over. When they come to Emirates, yeah? When's the last time they beat us at the Emirates, Tony, in any competition?
Oh, no. Well, when's the last time we played them in the League Cup? Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, we ain't been in the League Cup for ages, but when's the last time they played us at the Emirates and beat us? That's a better stat. Don't in any competition, not worry about League Cup, any competition. A long time ago, mate. We're talking of like 2022, 2021. Right. It's a long time ago.
Charles has got a question, mate. Okay, let me ask you lads this. Our pattern of not keeping clean sheets, giving goals out for nothing, how much of a scale of 10 does it worry you?
Yeah, but we can't get the same back four together consistently. That's the problem. When we get the same back four, back five with Raya, then we will start keeping clean sheets again. At the moment, we're in that chop change. One player comes in, one player goes out. That's the problem at the moment. We've got no consistency. That's the problem.
Yeah. Wayne, I'll bring you into this, mate. Are you concerned?
Out of 10, Charles. Well, I'd say it's a 6 out of 10. And I think, as Dave said, at the end of the day, it's look, Calafiori's not back. When you got full strength, in my opinion, the best back five that this club can put forward that's not going to concede goals when they play regularly will be Raya, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabby, and Timber. That back five as a unit is phenomenal, and it's proven at the start of the season. They've been broken up. Calafiori's got some mystical injury that no one's told us about. Nkapie again, Mikel won't tell us. Again, he does this thing with injuries where he won't tell us how long. We don't know if it's a hammy. We don't know what it is. Mosquera, we're not 100% sure what happened to him, but he's apparently working his way back. But that's the unit I think will keep clean sheets, in my opinion. What you struggle with then, obviously, is the attacking side of the game. But obviously, you let Calafiori do what he wants to do. Timber then ends up dropping back anyway. But that's the unit that is his first choice unit, in my opinion. So when that comes back, that's when the clean sheets will come in. But yeah, I'm not overly worried. It's just when you let a guy like Garnacho have that much space to bounce a ball in the back of the net from 25 yards out.
It can happen, boys. It can happen. It's a cup tie, boys. It's a cup tie.
Look, when it's a cup tie, there's a different energy.
There's a different vibe, isn't there? It's a different,
if that's a league game, it finishes 3-1, but again, cup games, it just brings it out.
We shut up shop. As soon as we score 2 goals, we shut up shop. We ain't even.
That's why I didn't get tonight. I didn't get why he didn't shut up. I'm surprised.
Because
he wants to give chances, Tony. He wants to give chances. Yeah. As I say, listen, and going back again because I wanted to. I didn't want to interrupt. I want to let you boys have your say. But with Havertz, all right, the energy. Listen, you boys know. I know you differs of opinion. I like the player. I don't like him as our sole number 9 constantly. No. I like the player. What was happened with Gabby Jesus was when Gyökeres was struggling, then Jesus came on. Everyone's like, yeah, he's making 10 touches in a minute, but didn't do F all. But yeah, it was let's go on Gyökeres. They carried on Gyökeres again, and then they compared, and he scored a goal against Aston Villa. Oh, look what he's done there. This is what they do. Arsenal fans scapegoat a player, right? So Gyökeres now is a scapegoat, right? He's got 8 goals. He's got 8 goals now. He could score another 8 goals. He could score important goals that will lead us to trophies. We don't know yet. We don't know the outcome. But tonight, he was there in the right place. Whether Sanchez makes a mistake, he's there, boom. That's what he does. He can score goals that will come off his arsehole. And he's got the assist as well. But he will score goals that are scruffy as arseholes. He can score goals when he's turning. He still has that little lack of confidence, but he can do. He's doing it for Sporting. He was doing it for Coventry. And this is what I'm saying to you. They will carry on. And as much as I like Havertz, and I still believe he should play as an impact 10 behind a Gyökeres if you need to, right? But Gyökeres is a better finisher. And are they going to keep this energy when Havertz misses an open goal, as he does quite often, and in important matches? Will they keep the energy with Havertz? At the end of the day, it's scapegoating tone, and it's here's our hero. And there's a lot of people out there. They're more like what they call the tacticos.
They've been
on the
probably
web,
watching
you
Arsenal
know?
for about 2 minutes.
And exactly, they've not
Us
been
boys
watching it
have
all
been
the way.
watching it for years.
So, yeah, Charles has got a very good
ups
point
and
here.
downs.
And I was thinking about this from Charles. Well, I was thinking about it. It's a very good point, Charles. Would you lads keep Raya in goal put Raya back in goal with a return leg to be safe or not?
No. Listen, I don't think. Look. I'm not saying it's not solely his. It was that they targeted him, and it's quite clearly a weakness. It's always been a weakness with Kepa, right? But he's great at shot stopping. If you get him under pressure, again, you could argue, could it potentially be a challenge on the keeper, like you said, Tony? Could have been a bit of a soft one.
Just sorry to interrupt, mate. What rating would you give Kepa tonight, considering he's conceded 2 goals? What rating would you give him, mate? Sorry to put you on the spot there, bro, but go on, mate.
Well, I'd say a 6.5.
I think that's very fair. Fair. He made some good saves at the front post, and his handling was okay.
He's put under pressure. He's put under when they come out. His ball plan is what you can see why Arteta's like keeps him and gets him in there. I think it sends out the wrong message, Charles. With if you drop him in the second leg. He's our cup keeper, whether Arteta wants to stay in the media or not. He's our cup keeper. I'm not saying it's his fault. I would say that 6.5 for me, because I just believe, and this is my opinion, that you should be stronger as a goalkeeper. I was a low-level Sunday League goalkeeper. I was told, punch the defender, punch the ball. He's got to be stronger, in my opinion. I think he could be a solid 7 tonight, but I just want to be a little harsh to say he should have been stronger. That's my opinion as a keeper. But we also, as well, Tone, Benny White's attacking side, brilliant. But again, he was lacklustre for the first one.
He got cooked a few times on the wing.
He got cooked way too many times, and we let a player like Garnacho score 2 goals. But yeah, I know what you're saying, but you can't drop him. He's got to be the cup keeper. He's not entirely at fault for them goals. He should just be stronger when it breaks down. You can't stop Garnacho scoring. Your defenders should do that, but he needs to be stronger in terms of trying to claim it or what. And that's why Raya would have claimed that and would have been on the attack.
You know when you got a good number 2, that's the point, is that he's far too good to be a number 2, and Kepa is far too good to be a number 2.
He's far too good to be a number 2. We have to play him as much as we can.
Or Brighton or someone like that. You know, he's far too good to be a number 2. He should be a number 1 somewhere. And like the guy,
we're very lucky to have a goalkeeper like that, Dave. You remember when we had David Ospina, and he wasn't good enough to be a number 1.
He was a very good number 2. He was a very good number
2. But this guy is a number 1.
Colombian guy.
Yeah, so let me read this comment out. One sec, guys. Just Pendate for me. What I realised with Arsenal this season, we just keep winning. The midfield might struggle, the defence might struggle, the attack might struggle, but in the end we win. It's a very good point.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, this is the
really good numbers here from Charles as well.
Charles,
Chelsea 0.7 XG
versus
our 3.20. We should have put them to bed. That's why I'm a little bit like
Tony Off-Air was saying, guys, which he said he felt a bit like a defeat, which is a bit strong.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
It's not a defeat.
I get what you're saying.
Calm down, Dave. It's not a defeat.
4 or 5 goals.
No, what I meant was, what I meant is we should have absolutely smashed them. Right, we started off really well in the first half. It was all over them. It had one of them games. Where we were scoring goals really easy, and I was like, we should have been about 4-0 up. At one point,
one thing you got to watch out.
It feels like a little bit of a damp squid.
We was dominant, Tone. I do agree with you in the first half. I do actually agree with you. We was dominant up to the point of when we got to the final third for Chelsea, and then our final ball was lacking. Yeah. So,
I agree with that.
Yeah. So if our final ball was lacking, there was like many occasions where it just missed us or it just bounced through a little bit further. Yeah. But the final ball was lacking. So at the end of the day, that's our beef.
Yeah. One thing that I need, I spotted tonight. Let me know in the chat if you guys agree with this. Saka versus Cucurella, right? Cucurella seems to just know how to play against Saka. He knows that he's going to stop, go on his left foot and whip in a cross. Now tonight, Chelsea didn't let him do that once. He didn't get one cross in. I think he got one cross in with his right foot. And Ben White overlapped. Right? Why in the game does Saka not swap wings? He's a left footer. Yeah. Why in the game did he not swap over with Martinelli
I've got two quick points, boys, as well. In regards to the result. Remember, if you remember, like last time at Stamford, last couple of times at Stamford Bridge, it's been quite difficult. And last time, if you remember rightly, that Chelsea won it, didn't they? With 10 men, they won the game 1-1. So Chelsea won that.
Yeah,
So
they
won the game apparently, according to their fans, because they were down to 10 men. They won the game. But listen, another one as well. I want to point out now. Listen, I don't want to keep on point. There's one moment I see where Gyökeres in that goal. I don't know if it was the setup for Subamendi or his goal, that he had a point where Saka could have put him through. And he threw his hands up in the air in frustration. He turned away from play, and then he kind of just come back alive again because he was frustrated because he thought Saka should have put him in. I think the problem at the moment is they're the two guys we need to find. They need to find a connection, because if them two can connect, then it's game over for the league. We ain't got to worry about anything else. It's him. If Saka releases the ball, if Gyökeres makes that certain move, but Gyökeres, have a look at it. It's one of the second goal or third goal. He throws his hands up in the air, turns away from play, Gyökeres, and then he just turns back again, comes alive, and he does. I can't remember if it's the Benny White goal or the setup for Subamendi to take it on and score. But that's with Saka at the moment.
Because our wingers have not had a 20-goal striker.
They've not had a striker like him to play with.
The onus is on them to create the goals. So now Saka is not looking for Gyökeres. Saka's been playing this way.
Saka pulls it back, Dave, to the false 9, which is Havertz, don't he?
Exactly, and that all works perfectly. That's
the way they've been trained. They're not trained to hit Gyökeres. And in Gyökeres' touch, and everyone's going, "You're shit." Gyökeres is doing his confidence is shot, and just have a look at it, boys. Honestly, you get
not
a
in
chance.
the right areas. He's 5 yards behind the plate.
I noticed it a few times.
Have a look at his body language, and then Saka, like, you could have put me through. Like, listen, there's been moments you can argue that Gyökeres should make the moves, but just have a look at that, because I think this is the problem, that if these two fire, in my opinion, it's game over. Mate, and it's also another one as well. If you remember, what was Gyökeres'? Apparently, everyone was going, what was his last sort of open play goal? So he scored from a set piece at Burnley, penalty.
His last penalty against Leeds, wasn't it?
And it was Leeds, but his last open play goal was when Eza. No, Eza crossed it.
Played the ball across,
Played the ball across, and he put the ball in the back of the net because Eza done it. Eza should be on the left.
So I'm with right. You now. It took me a little while, but I'm with you now.
And another point I want to say to you at this moment in time, which you shouldn't really be worried, Tone, is Trossard is, as I've said prior, Trossard's form is keeping Eza out the team, and Trossard knows how to play, and he's his go-to man. Eze's not going to get in the team once Trossard is fit and whatever. Martinelli can't get in. Wanyeri is not going to get in above Ødegaard. It should be that Eze should be on the left, and it should be Wanyeri challenging Ødegaard in the centre. You've got Havertz who can dovetail between being a backup striker, starting certain games, dropping back and letting Gyökeres come on, and then you play like a 4-4-2. You play him off like he does with Moreno. Moreno is your floating player. He's actually showed it against lesser opposition. He's quite a decent deep line player. Eze. Because I wanted you boys to, I didn't want to just jump in, but that's what I think. Like, as you said, Dave, you're right. This is the problem right now. He's got to find his place. But what Trossard does is he still works hard off the ball, and he's still got that. Eze's a better player than Trossard. Eze's a better player than Martinelli as a footballer. He's got to show that, and the only way he's going to show it is if he plays off the left. He
just very quickly, Wayne.
Well,
Jess Penday's comment he's been on there for a while. I thought I'd just have a read of it. He's obviously Cucurella. He's saying that he's not only knows how to play Saka. He's gone. Saka's just off it at the moment.
No, but that's the point I was making, Tone. Definitely, boys.
I don't think he's got going this season for us. I really don't.
Saka. Listen, Jazva.
Yeah, grade 4, grade 5.
Saka. Again, we've said this, Dave. We have said at the moment. I think that's killing him.
Michael Owen done a grade 4, and he was never the same player.
It's difficult. Yeah.
Like, when players do cruciate ligaments back in them days, nowadays you can actually come back to a certain degree. Virgil van Dijk, he done the cruciate ligament. Yeah, he's never been the same player since. That guy was absolutely world's best. Since he done his cruciate ligament, he's very good, but he ain't world's best.
Yeah.
You want to talk about women's football? My daughter watches a lot of women's football. Beth Mead, who plays for Arsenal, she done her cruciate ligament. She played for England in the Euros the first time they won it. She was the world's best player by far. She was cooking goals. Done her cruciate ligament. She's never been the same player since. You know, it can happen. You know,
that's why Madueke is there, though. Surely, you just chop and change the guy. Then don't.
You
like,
should. You should.
I
do
think,
that.
I
You're
think
right.
against
You should
Nottingham
do that.
Forest, there might be a few surprise inclusions because of he wants to. This is a game he knew was going to be more difficult than the Nottingham Forest game, so I think there might be a few changes as well. Just a few. But,
I am as well, Charles. You know.
Yeah, Charles,
I am
we
as
both
well,
are,
mate.
mate. I
am as
cannot
well.
believe that bleached hair twat scored 2 goals and we let him. I
Well,
can't.
It makes it spicy. It makes it interesting, boys. Come
Listen,
on.
as Charles said as well,
Come
boys,
on.
we are more than capable. We are more than capable of blowing away at the Emirates. We're more than capable of that.
Of course we are.
We should have a minimum of 2-goal lead. We kind of let them have a bit of hope, but maybe that's the good thing. Let them have hope. Get them back to the Emirates. Absolutely smash them. And
Wayne, I'll ask you this question. Obviously, you wouldn't have took it before the match, but look, say they had all their best players and they would have ended up winning 1-0. Do you think that we could have overturned the 1 goal when we get them back to the Emirates?
Yeah. I think again you put yourself down. I mean, listen, we said did I say 2-1 last night?
I think
no. Listen, Dave. I'm as I say, it's a win, and we've won the game, by the way, and that's what we've got to look at. We're a goal ahead. We have an advantage over them. We would not want to go to the Emirates with them having an advantage. It's as I say, my disappointment is defensively. Unfortunate for me. I've always grown up. When you grow up with being spoiled, watching Adams, Keown, Bold, Campbell, Toure.
Wayne, we've had Mertesacker and Mustafi and Koscielny and Socrates, mate. Come on. You're going back to the old school days when you're Winterburn, Bold, Adams, Dixon. Yeah. You know, even the substitutes are good, you know.
Listen,
mate, we've been sport at the back.
We have. I mean, we've had. Listen, we've got it's PTSD. I just think. Of
course it has.
I just think, like Charles has said there, we've made a 4-1 game a 3-2, which I think is a very good point. But listen, we move. We've got a 3-week rest from it now. You know, let's hope we get some players back that you might not have to necessarily play like Saliba or a Gabby.
Just he's made a very good point there. I think the frustration for me as well is we could have gone into the second leg and rested some players going into the Premier League campaign.
So the narrative is that where we played our best team, we should have won by more. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I don't think it's that day. I think yes, that's a point. The point as well is if we'd have won by more, our first team could have been chopped and changed for the second leg. We wouldn't have to worry about that fixture if we would have killed it off.
He still would have played the best team in that fixture anyway, boys.
Yeah, but he could have.
The thing is as well, though,
he would have rested Odegaard and Wigan, and maybe Rice.
Wigan, Bruges.
We've got Wigan in the FA Cup at the Emirates,
where we can rest and rotate.
February is very quiet, boys.
Exactly.
Right? So you don't have to go all out in the Champions League.
We've got the buffer in the Premier League for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest. If we can win this Nottingham Forest game, that really sets us up in a really good position here because we've rested and rotated, and now we've got a little bit of time between our next match. Honestly, boys, I swear to you, it's looking a little bit rosy. Everyone's a little bit like half down and like, boys, hold on a minute. We've just beat Chelsea away from home 3-2. Yeah, all right.
We've had some famous 3-2 victories as well at Stamford Bridge.
Oh yeah,
we've had the Cano hat-trick, haven't we? You know,
exactly.
Silvino banging goals in. Nigel Winterburn.
One fucking 3-2. Come on, boys.
Yeah.
Come on now. Oh well, just this, just that. Come on, fucking.
Dave, I need to drink what you've been drinking tonight.
I've got a bit of optimism tonight. Living life, mate.
Fair enough. All right. Well, look, you're right. It's 3-2.
Just a bit.
I think it is. It is PTSD,
I just think we gave them to.
I know what you're saying.
That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Listen.
Charles.
I'm
not.
Listen, it's a 12:30 kickoff, Charles.
You know.
I'll be working on Saturday. I'm going to be checking my phone, and I'm going to see in that crappy team, Man United. They'll be beating them 2-1.
Well, look, new manager bounce. Carrick knew how to beat
Listen,
City,
the one thing about City when it comes to playing Man United, no matter what form they're in, they've lost in the past. They go to Old Trafford, and
it's
I
still a
still think this
Manchester derby,
team.
boys. It's a Manchester
I
derby.
think
It's
this
Old
team is
Trafford.
fallible. I'm sorry, they might have signed Semenyo, but you're not going to be. Your attack can be brilliant.
He does look
but
good for him, though.
Semenyo
does look good for him.
He's a worldie, mate, isn't he? He's a worldie. Yeah.
He went. I saw the news. It said, "Semenyo scores an absolute screamer against." And I looked at the replay. It's fucking tapping.
It wasn't a screamer, no. But he's basically he's playing like shadow striker. He's playing like a man who's getting in the box late. Like he's basically playing like an attacker for him. And listen, if he keeps on doing that, but then until we find out what position he's actually playing, so Pep's done a little sneaky one on everyone at the moment. Till everyone plays him once and then works out what position he's playing, then we'll stop him. But it's how many goals he's going to get on hop where he's catching everyone cold.
He could catch him cold in terms of being
it's a new little
level.
tactic. He's running in late. He's playing as second striker.
Yeah, that's the trouble at the moment. If Haaland isn't exactly banging goals in it for him at the moment, like
they've got another goal scorer,
so he's got another weapon. I mean, now 115 charges are allowed to do it is another thing again. But
I totally agree with you. I think it's about 135 now, mate. So.
It's 100, yeah, exactly. It is 100. It is. It's 130 plus. But I mean, listen, it's football.
Round
you
it
know,
up 150.
I think he's an idiot, but let him. They can have it, but they will suffer defensively, mate. They might have.
We're playing. You've got that game at 12:30, so City could potentially go 3 points behind us before we play Nottingham Forest. So
who City got, Tone? Who City got, mate?
They've got Man United, mate. We just discussed it. Getting old, mate. Getting old. Yeah, it's Manchester derby.
Listen, that ain't 3 points for them. Listen, every time they played Man United lately in the big game, I know we just spoke about it. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Every time they played Man United lately, they don't get 3 points. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's Old Trafford. Anything can happen. And also, that Carrick's he's not playing. He's their manager, and he's played against City in these games. So hopefully, fingers crossed that he gets them up for it. And they should be up for it. It's a Manchester derby for the fans as well. The fans ain't going to want to get absolutely smashed at home to Man City. So
listen, we might moan about Šeško and the fact that, but he might, if he nicks a goal for Man United and keeps scoring for them when we need him to, and then he comes to the Emirates and has a stinker, we'll be perfectly happy. So I think they're more than capable, boys. Personally, they can get a result, at least at a minimum, a draw. Man City can either blow you away or they can have put on. And against Man United, remember as well in the FA Cup the other year, everyone's like Man City are going to smash Man United, and it didn't happen. So
it didn't. That's right.
They're a different City side, but he's galvanised. He might have galvanised them with Semenyo. He's a danger, but they are vulnerable and they can be get at, mate. That's
Kusanov and Ake at the back.
I mean, come on.
Who's this other kid? This kid they're playing.
I can't remember what he's not. Yeah,
mate,
No, listen, they're not Diaz, they're not Stones, not Vardiol. They're going to
come on. This luck and this performances can't last forever. Come on, they have to keep playing. If they don't get Gurhi or some top quality centre back, they're in trouble.
Šeško's been banging the goals in from, and he's got 3 and 2.
Šeško, the thing, what it is the shackles have been a little bit released, Tone, as well, weren't they? A little bit with Amorim. He's not playing to his strength. With Amorim, he played to Gyökeres's strengths when he was a Sporting manager, and that's why Gyökeres was for them the star player.
He was the main guy.
They built everything around him. Get him the ball, get him in ball in the channels, he'll score the goal. And Šeško's not that player. Šeško's your Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz don't run the channels. He sits in the box. He heads the ball. He drops in. He wants to play. Šeško might be technically better than Gyökeres, but he's not in the box efficiency. He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near as clinical. But if the boy's on form for us on Saturday, Tone, we won't be knocking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cool. Well, I think that we'll leave it there this evening, gents. I think, so we'll do a preview video on Friday, Nottingham Forest game. I'm hoping to have a Nottingham Forest supporter join our stream, which would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Still waiting for confirmation on that. So he'll know more about us than what how that game's looking, which would be good. Please tune in for that. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Thank you for all your comments, Stephen. They're much appreciated. I think we need to get some sleep. We've all got work in the morning, and we'll see you on the next stream.
Cheers. Thank you, guys. See you later.
Take care, guys. Have a good evening. Bye bye.